Yo, shalom, my people. I want to ask y'all a question, man. Without using any reason and any logic, is there any scripture that says we have grace to work on the Sabbath? No reason and no logic. Strictly scripture, not your feelings. Well, I feel like, well, the Lord knows that we need to do this, that, and the third in order to survive. That's reason and logic. And that's what we've been going off. But I've been looking, and I haven't been able to find one scripture that says you have grace for breaking one of the commandments. You know, the Sabbath is the 10th commandment, because it's the one that shows who you worship. So, again, is there any scripture that supports breaking the Sabbath by working, that you have grace for it? Again, no reasoning, no logic, just straight scripture of what it says. Anybody, y'all need to go back and ask all y'all elders who have taught this stuff. Tell them to show you the scripture, just like we do with the Christian pastors. You must show what you're saying, not with reason and logic. No reason and logic. Show the scripture. Now, everybody is saying, well, I can't feed my family if I don't do this, and if I don't do that, and I won't be able to eat. I gotta take care of my family, and I gotta make money. You know what I mean? But let's see. Let's go. We're gonna go directly to the Messiah and see what he said about that, about eating and all that. This is on Luke 12 and 21. We start at 22. And he said unto his disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. So what you shall eat and what you shall put on. Normally, the way we think of it, money is in the equation to bring forth these things. Well, let's continue. What ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap. The ravens don't have a garden, a field that they plant, so they don't sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, so they don't put food up. And the Most High feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? You better than the fowls, right? So if you saying that I gotta work and I gotta do this, that, and the third to feed my family, he's showing you right here. Aren't you better than the ravens and the fowls? And which of you which taketh thought can add to his statute 1 cubit? If ye then be not able to do that which is least, why take ye thought for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. Yet I say unto you, that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then the Most High so clothe the grass, which is of the day in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? You see, this really comes down to faith. And a lot of people say they got it, but they really don't. Because when the job is taken away, which we know that it is coming, that all the jobs will be taken away, what will you do then? Will you be just like our forefathers in the wilderness when they were murmuring against the Most High and against Moses because they didn't have nothing to eat? And they didn't, after all he just did for them, he brought them out. Will you be one of those? Yeah, a lot of our people will be. Let's go to the book of Maccabees to show you something. First Maccabees 2:32. And this is just showing that the enemy deliberately came after the children of Israel to war against them on the Sabbath. Let's see something. It says, this first Maccabees 2:32. They pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandments to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the place where they lay hid. But they lay hid, but said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth will testify for us that ye put us to death wrongly. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath, and they slew them with their wives, children, and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 people. Now, that's real powerful. They wouldn't even defend themselves on the Sabbath. Am I telling you not to defend yourself on the Sabbath? No. Simply reading what took place. Don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you anything. But I am asking that you ask your elders, your teacher, whoever over you, to show you scripture that you have grace for breaking the Sabbath, for breaking one of the holy commandments. We need proof of it. I want proof of this. Not reason and logic, which everybody tends to keep falling back to. Well, I feel, whenever you start off, well, I feel, you're already wrong. Because your feelings don't line up with the word, then it's out of line. It's simple. So, you can keep reading the rest of this all the way out and get it for yourself, but I don't believe that we have grace for breaking the Sabbath. Just my opinion as of right now. But, again, ask your elders, teachers, whoever you got over you, to show you proof that we got grace to break the Sabbath and work. With that, your boy Quad, I'm out. Shalom.